Scientists have been accused of attempting to manipulate Christians about climate change, a notion that has sparked intense debate and discussion. While the intention behind this alleged manipulation is unclear, it is essential to examine the ways in which scientists interact with Christian communities regarding climate change. This essay will explore the methods scientists use to communicate climate change to Christians, the perceived manipulation, and the underlying reasons behind these interactions. One way scientists attempt to engage Christians on climate change is by highlighting the moral and ethical dimensions of environmental stewardship. Many Christians believe in the biblical concept of caring for God's creation, which includes protecting the natural world. Scientists have latched onto this idea, emphasizing that climate change is not just a scientific issue but also a moral and spiritual one. By framing climate change in this way, scientists aim to appeal to Christians' sense of responsibility towards the planet and its inhabitants. For instance, the Evangelical Environmental Network, a Christian organization, has partnered with scientists to promote climate action, citing biblical teachings on caring for creation. Another approach scientists use is to involve Christian leaders and organizations in climate change discussions. This can involve collaborating with Christian denominations, churches, or parachurch organizations to raise awareness about climate change and its impacts. By working with Christian leaders, scientists hope to build trust and credibility within these communities, making it more likely that Christians will accept and act on climate change information. The National Association of Evangelicals, for example, has issued statements on climate change, acknowledging its reality and urging Christians to take action. Scientists also use various communication strategies to convey climate change information to Christian audiences. This may involve using clear, simple language, avoiding technical jargon, and emphasizing the local and personal implications of climate change. By making climate change more relatable and accessible, scientists aim to overcome skepticism and build support for climate action among Christians. Additionally, scientists may use storytelling and emotional appeals to connect with Christians on a personal level, highlighting the human impacts of climate change, such as more frequent natural disasters, heat waves, and droughts. However, some Christians perceive these efforts as manipulative, arguing that scientists are using emotional appeals and moral rhetoric to coerce them into accepting a particular worldview. They may view scientists' engagement with Christian communities as an attempt to call out their beliefs and values, rather than genuinely engaging with their concerns. This perception is often fueled by a sense of mistrust towards the scientific community, which some Christians believe is driven by a liberal or secular agenda. It is essential to recognize that scientists' intentions are not necessarily manipulative. Many scientists are motivated by genuine concern for the planet and its inhabitants, and they believe that engaging with Christian communities is crucial for building a broader coalition for climate action. By working with Christians, scientists hope to leverage the moral and spiritual authority of religious leaders to inspire action on climate change. Moreover, scientists are not trying to impose their worldview on Christians but rather to find common ground and shared values that can facilitate cooperation on this critical issue. In conclusion, scientists' interactions with Christian communities on climate change are complex and multifaceted. While some Christians may perceive these interactions as manipulative, it is essential to understand the motivations and strategies behind scientists' engagement. By highlighting the moral and ethical dimensions of climate change, collaborating with Christian leaders, and using effective communication strategies, scientists aim to build support for climate action among Christians. Ultimately, the goal of scientists is not to manipulate Christians but to work together to address one of the most pressing issues of our time. By finding common ground and shared values, scientists and Christians can collaborate to promote environmental stewardship, care for creation, and mitigate the impacts of climate change.